Hi, my name is Mandy, and I've created this video to highlight using online surveys as a classroom assessment technique. But why, may you ask, do we need to use CATs or classroom assessment techniques? Mainly, they provide insight into what's working, what's not, and why. We have the traditional methods. These can be boring, labor-intensive for faculty, administration, or students. But we ask ourselves, is there a better or alternate way to assess? Online surveys can catch our students' attention and keep it. They can be produced in a fun, engaging, anonymous environment. Online surveys are flexible and useful tools for formative assessments. Here are some examples of online surveys. With anything, there is usually pros and cons. Some of the pros is that students would be familiar with online surveys as they likely know how to use them. Students may be inclined to give longer answers to open-ended questions. And many online surveys use multiple formats such as short answer forms, long answers, multiple choice, and the Likert scale. Online surveys can be taken or created from any computer that has an internet connection. Some limitations or disadvantages of an online survey platform is that some of our students may feel overwhelmed, disadvantaged, or discouraged if they have little or no technology skills. You do have to have a computer or a phone, and not everyone has access to this. Unless we provide our students with some incentive to respond, online surveys often have lower response rates than in-class surveys. And because interacting with a web page may feel impersonal, some students may quit in the middle of their survey. Some of the benefits for the student is that they may realize the need to adjust their study skills or seek help. It can break down the feelings of anonymity, especially in larger courses. It provides evidence that the instructor cares about their learning. Some benefits to the teacher is that online surveys can give immediate feedback about the day-to-day learning. To create them are not expensive, complex, or time-consuming. And it really shows that teaching is a process that can evolve and improve with time. Surveys will also foster good working relationships with students, as well as address students' misconceptions or lack of understanding in a very timely way. But you ask yourself, in what context would this strategy work best? It could work for any course. How do we get our students to give honest, quality feedback? We would choose a day to request this feedback when students are likely to come to class. We would explain what the benefits are to the students. And we can provide students who have completed the assessment with earlier access to their grades. We would want to include a decline to answer option for sensitive information. Some best practices for this strategy of online surveys would be to start early by reaching out to our learners. We would want to create goal-directed questions that are clear, specific, and measurable. We need to consider both the needs of the program and the students by being minimally invasive. By being respectful of individuals' privacy and making sure that the improvements are made based on the data that we receive. We also want to keep the length of the assessment measure as short as possible. By using inclusive and culturally sensitive language, we will include everyone in our online survey. Keeping the assessment questions simple and to the point, and to assure the students of anonymity. We can have questions that can open with direct, punchy words, such as how, does, and what. But how will we as instructors provide feedback to our learners? It is hard to track anonymous surveys. We could prepare confidential versus anonymous surveys in order to track participation. We can reply to users asking for information that is more detailed and follow up if a major concern is noted with each student. Above all, be consistent, apply the data, and have fun.